Hey guys, good evening. I hope all of you are having a very wonderful day. So this is me, Siva Prasad, bringing to you the small series on science and technology current affairs. We are doing a roundup of 2020, whatever important events in the field of science and technology have occurred. I'll be covering all those events in these short 15-minute videos. All right, so I teach live on Unacademy Plus. So before starting, I have to tell you about one of the wonderful initiatives of Unacademy to make learning fun for all of you. So we have the most competitive gamified UPSC civil services battle over here. You get an opportunity to compete with thousands of learners in India's biggest fortnightly competition for UPSC CSE. This is held every fortnight on Sundays. So the last one was held on December 6th. The next one is scheduled for December 20, 2020. The time is 11 a.m. I hope to see all of you competing in this Unacademy combat. It is completely free of cost. So some of the best aspects is that the challenging questions, they are curated by some of the best Unacademy educators. This is super fun, it is very fast, and you also get to see your real-time rankings over here. Then you have an opportunity to compete with some of the best aspirants as of now. And following the UPSC combat, you will also get a detailed video solution conducted by some of the top Unacademy educators. So the mantra is compete, crack, and conquer. You will get a square, so there are negative markings also. So you will be able to judge your speed and accuracy levels. You will see a leaderboard. You can aspire to be a part of the leaderboard. You would get to know your ranks, and you can also see who are the best amongst all of you. And if you're good enough, you will be able to make it to the leaderboard. There are going to be ratings and there are going to be awards. You will be able to climb through the ranks. You will be winning these badge of honors, etc. All right. So let me just tell you about the contest format. The contest is for 45 minutes. There will be 60 questions and a total of 13 combats have been planned. As I told you, it's a fortnightly contest. It is going to be held on every alternate Sundays. So last Sunday we had a quiz. So we had the combat. So this Sunday we have nothing. In the next Sunday, we are going to again have this combat. So there are going to be 6 sections on which you are going to be tested on, and there is relative scoring. Right? The best aspect is you can compete with the best and also get an opportunity to win amazing prizes. The first ranker is going to get Apple MacBook Air, the second ranker will get an Apple iPad mini, while the third ranker will get Apple AirPods, and top 100 rankers will be getting an Amazon voucher worth of rupees 1000. Alright, so you can enroll in this Unacademy combat. All you have to do is you have to download the Unacademy learning app, you have to sign in, you can create. It's hardly a few minutes process, and this combat is completely free of cost. All you have to do is to unlock this package. You would require my code, that is AKMSIVA. Alright, so let me start with where we left off, and we'll start with the current affairs segment. So today let's talk about NAVIC. Okay. Recently, US Congress, it had designated NAVIC as its allied navigational system along with European Union's Galileo, right? Then we have Japan's QZSS. Okay, along with this, NAVIC have also been designated as its allied navigational system. As you know, through this IRNSS NAVIC, we are able to provide regional navigation services. Navigation services means GPS based services, locational services, etc. All right. So you see, there are similar to NAVIC. We have other bunch of satellites. We have something called as Galileo. This is the navigation system that works for entire European Union. Then similarly, US also has its navigation system. It is called as GPS. There are a total of 24 satellites. Just like we have IRNSS, there are 7 satellites. GPS has 24 satellites, right? Then we have Japan, it has QZSS. All right. So these are all aligned right now. US has designated India's NAVIC also as an allied navigational system. So that means there's going to be a lot of exchange of data, etc. On the other hand, if you see, Russia also has its navigational system. It is called as GLONASS. And then we have BDU. This is the navigation system of China. These are considered as non-aligned navigation system. Okay. So what does it mean? What does it mean when US Congress has made India's NAVIC as a allied navigation system? It means that US's satellite navigation system will cooperate or exchange with us. Alright, so if you are non-aligned, that means US satellite navigation system will not cooperate or exchange data with these two satellite navigation systems. Obviously, the relationship between these countries is not so great. So that is the reason they have been designated as non-allied. That means US will not share its data. Whatever data it's collecting as a part of its own navigation systems will not be shared with GLONASS and BDU. Right? It will not be shared with Russia and China. On the other hand, US will be sharing data with us, India and Japan. Why? Because we are allied navigational systems. Alright. What exactly is this NAVIC? I already made a lot of video lessons on this, NAVIC and IRNSS. Nevertheless, I will be giving you a brief idea about NAVIC and IRNSS. NAVIC, it's an indigenously developed autonomous regional satellite navigation system. Okay, it's only a regional satellite navigation system. In the prelims examination, if they use the word global, that is totally a wrong statement. Alright, it's only a regional satellite navigation system. It can provide accurate real-time positioning and timing services to users in India and the region. Alright, what can I do? It will give you real-time positioning services. Where am I? For example, if Uber or Ola wants to use, they can also use this, right? That's what GPS, global positioning system. I will be able to know where I am, etc. It can give me timing services to the users in India and region around India, right? It extends up to 1500 km from the boundaries of India. So as I told you, this doesn't have a global coverage. The coverage of NAVIC is only within the borders of India and 1500 km from the borders of India. Okay, this is the primary service area. Right, so that is the reason I told you if they use the word global, remember it is a wrong statement. Alright, let's quickly talk about IRNSS. It stands for Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Significant number of questions around IRNSS have already been asked. It consists of a total of 7 satellites. 3 of this are in the geostationary orbit and 4 of them are in the geosynchronous orbit. Okay, this is the statement they asked in the prelims examination. So you had to know the exact number. So there are a total of 7 satellites. It's a constellation of 7 satellites. 3 of them are in the geostationary orbit, while 4 of them are in the geosynchronous orbit. Okay, so it will be providing 2 levels of service. First is the standard positioning service. This will be open for civilian use. For example, I would like to use GPS services. Where am I, where I want to go? I can again rely on the data that is given from the IRNSS. This is for the civilian use. This is the standard positioning services. On the other hand, there are some restricted services. That means these are encrypted ones. This is only for authorized users. This is not meant for normal civilian use. For example, the army, intelligence, etc. They would be allowed usage as a part of this restricted service. Okay, only they are the authorized users like the military, intelligence services, etc. This has a position accuracy of better than 20 meters in the primary service area. Alright, so this is the accuracy. That means if you're standing over here, it will not go wrong beyond 20 meters. Okay, which is a very good accuracy level as far as we can see that. Alright, so this is all you need to know about NAVIC and IRNSS. Detailed video lessons have been made by me in the past on the Unacademy platform. Also, you can check it out. I have made lessons on IRNSS, NAVIC, etc. in greater detail, talking to you about when, what was launched, etc. So you can definitely check that out. As this is going to be a roundup, I'm not getting into the details of all these things. Okay, all the trivial features I'm skipping as a part of these lessons. Then, along the same line, something else is in the news. It is called as Canine Distemper virus. Alright, what exactly is this? This is caused by a virus. Remember, you need to know the causative agents. For example, there are so many diseases like malaria, dengue, etc. These are all caused by different microorganisms. Some of them are caused by viruses. For example, corona is caused by a virus, right? Then you have malaria, which is caused by a plasmodium. So you need to know which microorganism is causing these diseases. यहाँ पे clear cut I have written virus, so definitely it's a viral disease. Okay, it is highly contagious. Contagious means it can easily spread among the population. It can spread from one person to the other or one animal to the other. Alright, so this is highly contagious. It's a viral disease. It is caused by the virus. It affects the gastrointestinal, respiratory, immune system. Okay, and also it affects the vital and the central nervous system of dogs, foxes, wolves, coyotes, and pandas. Alright, so it is not really a threat for the human beings per se. It is a threat for all these canines. You can see dogs, foxes, wolves, etc. They are getting affected, right? It is impacting their gastrointestinal system. It is impacting their immune system, their respiratory system, etc. It can spread through air, or it can spread through direct or indirect contact with animals or its animal material. It is also called as hard pad disease. Alright, just try to remember the name, sometimes just to confuse you, because some news that you are being tested on nowadays are too much in the news. So these are some of the not so well known names about these. Okay, you might be reading about canine distemper virus. You might not be familiar with hard pad disease. So that's the reason I'm specifically mentioning it over here. Just in case they mention hard pad disease, you should not be flabbergasted. You should be able to easily come up with an answer. Alright, so this canine distemper virus, it can spread through air, it can spread through direct contact, or also it can spread through indirect contact. Alright, National Tiger Conservation Authority, it has prepared a guideline for limiting the spread of this infection from dogs to tigers or leopards. Okay, so this is where the threat is. From all these canines, from dogs, foxes, etc., there is a threat to our tigers. It could spread from the dogs to the tigers or leopards. So that is the reason National Tiger Conservation Authority is concerned about this. So therefore, specific guidelines were issued with respect to dealing with this virus. Alright, so that is the reason this was in the news. So that is the reason I told you about the canine distemper virus. Distemper vaccine also exists for the same. Alright, so there are some vaccines that are available. Alright. Along the same lines, let's talk about yet another disease that was in the news, that is the Kala Azar. Alright, this is visceral leishmaniasis. Okay, that is Kala Azar. It is also very popularly known as black fever. It's also called as dum-dum fever. Okay, this is caused by a protozoan parasite. Okay, just try to remember the genus, etc. This much maybe you don't need to remember, but definitely you need to remember which is the causative microorganism. Here it is a protozoan parasite that is causing Kala Azar. Okay, as soon as it enters into your body, it will migrate to the internal organs, like it will go to the liver, it will go to the spleen, or it can go to the bone marrow. What are the symptoms of Kala Azar? It includes fever. You will see significant weight loss. There is anemia, there is general weakness, substantial swelling of liver and spleen. Alright, your liver will swollen up, or your spleen will start to swell up. Here, these are some of the common symptoms that you get to see in Kala Azar, black fever or dum-dum fever. This disease happens to be the second largest parasitical killer in the world. Alright, you can tell me in the comment section which is the largest parasitic killer in the world. Alright, I'm sure you already know the answer by now. In the next lesson, I'll definitely let you know. Elimination is defined as reducing the annual incidence of Kala Azar to less than 1 case per 10,000 population at the sub-district level. Okay, when can a country or a city or a state call itself as it has eliminated Kala Azar? That means if you have case of less than 1 per 10,000 people, for every 10,000 people you have 1 or less than 1 cases. Okay, that is when you can declare that my state is free from Kala Azar. We have eliminated Kala Azar. Alright, a new study found that Kala Azar patient can infect the other patient also. That means this is a contagious disease. A person who is suffering from Kala Azar can transmit this disease to another person. Okay, that's what makes this a threat even more big. IIT Hyderabad, they have achieved a sustained release of a drug that is known as Amphotericin B for up to 10 days, which can be used for treating Kala Azar. Alright, this is another reason it was in the news, right? You should know, because public health is something that is too much in the news because of the coronavirus crisis, etc. Significant number of questions can be asked around diseases. UPSC has always asked questions around diseases, biotech, and progresses in biotech, etc. So just try to remember them. So recently, IIT Hyderabad, they came up with a sustained release of a drug. It is known as Amphotericin B. Okay. So for up to 10 days, it is believed that this can help in treating Kala Azar. Alright. So it will also help for oral administration of Kala Azar drug. Alright. Govt of India, under the National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program, they are coordinating with endemic states to eliminate the disease. Alright. Endemic state means where these are endemic, okay, where they are indigenous to, where you have a significant number of cases of Kala Azar. Alright. So we will stop here. In the next lesson, I will be talking about PET. Alright. So till then, stay tuned for awesome lessons every day at the same point of time. I will be coming live and I will be taking classes related to important events during the 2020 year. Alright, even though nothing much has happened as far as science and tech progress has been concerned, because of the way the entire world has come to a standstill. So in every sphere of human activity, we have seen there is some sort of pause. Even in scientific technological development also, there has been a small pause as far as science and tech developments are concerned. But nevertheless, a lot of news items are there that I'm willing to discuss with you. So stay tuned for awesome lessons. Thank you so much. Have a good day.